we're gonna get started here. All right, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Happy lunchtime. I am here live from Medellin, Colombia. Yes. I'm out here in the patio. It's a beautiful little view back here, so I decided to be out. All right, are you guys ready? You guys ready? There's a couple of people I'm waiting to get on. So we're gonna get started in 2 minutes. I'm gonna put the music back on, all right? We're going to get started in 2 minutes. I'm going to go live on Facebook and all the other platforms as well. All right. So hang on 2 minutes, 11:02. Actually, make that 11:03, 2 minutes. All right, guys, hang in tight. All right, I'm live on Facebook. Let's go. Everybody ready? Type in a one if you're ready. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. All right, it's 11:02. I said 11:03. I changed my mind. It's 11:02. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Welcome to How to Build a Multiple Six-Figure Portfolio and how to get started. And I've changed the name so many times, right? I just want to be able to speak to you, right? I've tried many different, disclaimer here, I've tried many different titles just so I can speak to you exactly, right? And so basically, you're going to learn how to get started in building a multiple six-figure portfolio, okay? And one of the things that we're going to talk about is more of the mindset, right? A lot of programs are out there. They're teaching you strategy. They're teaching you numbers. They're teaching you structures. They're teaching you charts and all of that. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, that can be a little bit, a little overwhelming, right? Especially if this is not your field. But it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be mysterious. It doesn't have to be, oh, that's for them over there. It can really be that simple. And in order for me to make it that simple, I want to introduce the concept of money as energy. Okay. Most of you, before I get into everything, right, I'm going to introduce myself. Those of you who don't know me, you're going to get to know me very well, okay? But I want to introduce this topic. Money is energy. I'm going to repeat that. Money is energy. Just like the sunlight is energy, right? Just like your light switch, the electricity that you're using to watch the Zoom is energy, right? Electricity is a current. Water is a current, right? Most of the energy, ever flowing energy, is a current. And so what is money? Money is a currency. Get it? Currency, okay? It's not a coincidence that it is called a currency. It is a method of exchange. It is an exchange of value. I exchange value. I give you value. I give you education, right? And in return, you pay for the courses because you receive value. Those of you who are nurses, a lot of my students are nurses. You are providing a service. You're providing healing. You're providing that value for someone to understand their health, to understand their body, and to understand how to heal themselves, right? And in return, you are being compensated. That is how energy works. That is how money works, right? And so with that, when you're looking at energy, if you look at a battery, whether it's the battery in your phone or whether it's the battery in your watch or a battery in your remote control, there is a plus and a minus. Yes or no? Type in a 2 in the chat if you're with me, if you understand what I'm talking about, right? There is a plus and a minus. And that's with every form of energy, right? So the problem with the traditional financial industry is that they're only focused on the minus. And I don't want the minus to seem like it's negative, right? It's female, right? Feminine, masculine, female, male, right? That's usually how most energy, that's usually how energy works, right? I was going to say most energy works, right? Okay. And so the problem is the traditional financial industry will only focus on the masculine, just one side of the battery, the structure, the discipline, the numbers, the charts, the strategies, right? The buying, the selling, when to buy, when to sell. What's going to happen next? What are the probabilities, right? How to execute, right? How to analyze different patterns, how to recognize patterns from different markets, how to recognize patterns, in general, right? That is the masculine aspect. Most educational platforms out there, or even just the financial industry in general, rarely focuses on the female access, the feminine. I don't want to say female as in woman, right? It doesn't matter, right? Because whether you're man or woman, there's feminine energy and there's masculine energy, right? So excuse me, I didn't mean to say female, I meant to say feminine, okay? That's a tongue slip, right? Okay, so the feminine aspect of money is more of the emotion, your behavior. Where did your behaviors come from? Take a look around. Think about what was your first memory of money. Think about what were your parents like with money. Did your parents talk about money? And if they did, what was the conversation like about money, right? Think about how did your parents communicate with each other about money? Did they fight about money, or were they in agreement about money, right? Where did you receive an allowance? Or do you have any siblings? Were you a favorite? Were you treated equally the same way that your siblings were? All of these are the feminine aspects of money that people rarely talk about. There's a reason why you try to save, and every time you try to save, there's an emergency. Type in a 3 if I'm talking to you, right? There's a reason why every single time you get to a certain level, something brings you back. There's a reason why you know exactly what to do, but you just can't seem to do it. There's something blocking you. Kat, I know I'm supposed to take this class. But there's another one. There's a reason why you bought that class and it's sitting in your email and you have yet to open it. There's a reason why you know you're supposed to buy Apple at 120 or at 130 because Kat said it, the other guru that you're following said it, everybody said it, but you're scared to press play. You're scared to press buy. There's a reason why you're afraid to call Fidelity and TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab to ask them questions about how to get started with investing. There's a reason why you say one day instead of tomorrow or a specific day. These are all the blockages that are stopping you. And the masculine aspect of finance is not going to help you with that. And so today is going to be a little bit different. Those of you who took this class already, it's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to in other traditional financial educational platforms. All right. All right. So let's get to the PowerPoint here because I don't want to veer off course. Any questions? By the way, talk to me in the chat. Anything you want me to cover. Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Okay, beautiful. Okay, what happened? Okay, there we go. I was trying to go to the PowerPoint here, okay? Alrighty. Let's present. Okay, so welcome to how to easily understand the stock market and make multiple six figures with stocks. Okay, beautiful. I have to put this is for legal purposes, right? I have to put the disclaimer, right? Everything that I talk to you about is strictly for educational purposes, right? I'm not telling you what to go buy. I'm not telling you what to go open, right? If we did not have a one-on-one together, I am not technically your financial advisor until we have a contract together that we're working together until exchange of value. So anything that I talk about here is purely for educational purposes. purposes. The stock market does have risk. The very definition of investing is taking on some sort of risk. Because you are willing to take that risk, that's why you're heavily compensated. That's why you're able to make an infinite amount of money in the stock market, really, right? I talk about six figures because I don't want to shock you, but really you can make trillions of dollars in the market if you really wanted to, but that's a little bit too far from where you are right now. So you probably won't believe it. So I start you with six figures. Okay. All right. Next. All right. So again, this is going to be a 3-day masterclass. All right. And the reason why I have it 3 days is because, hey, one day is not enough. This is a complete mind shift for you, right? This is going to disrupt the way you think about money, the way you think about investing. You need time to digest some of the things that I talk about. Right? When I first started doing this, I would sit down with people for an hour and I would get mad that they don't get it. I would get mad that they're not making a change. And it wasn't until one of my mentors told me, Kat, you have to give people time to digest things, especially when you're teaching them something completely new. Right? Okay, awesome, awesome. So who am I? Who's Katiana? Well, my name is Katiana Carre. I was actually born in Haiti. Yes, I am a diaspora. Yes, because I came here when I was really young. You can hear the English accent in my Creole. There's no shame in my game, but I actually was born on the island, right? I was born in Petit Goâve, Haiti. I am a licensed financial professional with my master's degree. Okay. Now, a little bit about me. When I first started this journey, I wanted to focus on economic development. Right. Actually, that's still the dream. Right. But I kind of took a little veer off course a little bit to help my community in a different way than I thought originally. But I wanted to study economics. And one of the things I realized with economics was it was super broad. Right. We talked about the psychology. We talked about politics. Of course, we had a lot of math classes, right? It was very broad, but it wasn't giving me the tools to be able to help my people make more money and enjoy their lives better. And that's why I went in and got my master's in finance. And I do have licenses. I am actually going to let those go because as I just told you, the traditional financial industry needs a serious change. And no one is talking, well, let me not say no one. A lot of people are talking about it, but not enough. Not enough people are talking about the behaviors around money. Where do they come from? Why are they there, right? So that we can transform them. Because remember, energy is never created or lost. I'm going to repeat that. Energy is never created or lost. It is simply transferred. So your fears about money, your habits about money, right? Your lack of being able to save, your lack of being able to make more money, even though you can make more. All of those are not, you can't just get rid of them. You can't just destroy them. You have to transform them into new opportunities by having a different perspective. If this doesn't make sense to you, don't worry. It's going to make sense by the end of day 3. Okay. So who am I? I help professional women heal their relationship with money, understand their relationship with money. Where did their relationship with money come from? And how can we shift it? And how can we shift it for the next generation so that you can become fearless stock market investors? Okay. So this is me before, right? This is me before I started focusing more on my money mindset, right? When I first started my journey, I graduated. This is my little graduation picture here with my little brother and my mom, right? Got my master's in finance. Woohoo! Let's go make 6 figures. Let's go change the world. That was me, right? I started applying for jobs, cricket, getting an interview. I'm being offered $50,000, $40,000. One person even offered me $35,000 a year with my master's degree in finance. I was so discouraged about finding a job. I was like, forget this. I'm going to become an entrepreneur. So I became an entrepreneur and here I am. And you'll see all these different pictures. This is me going from door to door, networking event after networking event, right? Going to people's houses and teaching them about money. And this is me taking all these pictures with them like, hey, we just sat down for an hour. I just taught you about money. And I still was not making any money, right? I was a starving agent, but I still was giving back. As you can see here in this picture here in Haiti, I still was trying to give back, but I was giving from an empty cup, guys. How many of you guys, talk to me in the chat, how many of you guys are giving and giving and giving, and it's depleting you in the process? So type in a 4 if that's you, where you're giving. Somebody needs to borrow money. Okay, here you go. But then you don't have money to do what you want, right? How many of you guys, every single time you have a little bit of money saved, somebody needs money, somebody needs help, and you're like, you know what, as you know, as a person in the minority community, I know I have Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, I have you, all of you in here, and I know the mindset is the same. Take care of your brothers and sisters. That was me. I was taking care of my brothers and sisters at the expense of taking care of myself. I was giving from an empty cup, and I was giving so much from an empty cup that my cup became so empty that I didn't have any money, any means to be able to help others or even help myself. So now I'm no use to the world, basically. Well, that's kind of harsh, right? I don't want to be harsh on myself, right? We don't want to be harsh on ourselves. But it was like, now I can't do anything. I can't do nothing for myself, and I definitely can't do anything for you, right? We don't want to be like that. We want to be able to have more than enough. Everybody, repeat after me. It is safe to have more than I need. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. It is safe to have more than I need. I'm going to say it one more time. Say it with me. It is safe to have more than I need. Why? Why do you think it's safe? Why is it safe to have more than you need? Talk to me in the chat. Why is it safe to have more than you need? Why? Why is it okay for you to have way more money than you need? Why do you need $1 million when all you really need is maybe 100K a year to be able to do everything you want to do? Why do you need the $1 million? Talk to me in the chat. Why is it safe to have more than you need? Kevin says it is safe to have more than I need. That's right. God bless. Ashe. Yes, exactly. To be able to give to others without depleting yourself. That's right, Ashanti. Give her a round of applause. Exactly. If you don't have enough to give to yourself and to give to others, how can you continue to be a blessing to the world? How can you continue to be a blessing to humanity? You cannot give from an empty cup. Look at this this Colombian coffee I got. Can you guys even see me? I don't even know. Maybe you can see me, maybe you can't. Okay. Oh wait, can you? There you go. Yes, you guys can see me. There I am. Okay. This little Colombian coffee, listen, I got it downstairs at this little vendor. This is amazing here, okay? But this is almost an empty cup. So if you guys wanted to taste some, you can't taste my Colombian coffee. As a matter of fact, I might as well finish it, right? But if I had multiple cups, all of you can experience the delicious flavors of Colombian coffee, right? I know this is really redundant, right? It's like, Kat, are you really talking about coffee? But it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for everything else. It's a metaphor for the money that you can give back to your community. What are some things you want to do for your community? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. What are some things you want to be able to do for your community? Let's see. Okay. Amanda says you can't pour from an empty cup. That's right, Queen. Kevin Russell says to sustain my family lifestyle, to serve others. Okay. Zeus Williams says build schools. Where? Where are some places you want to build schools and why? Beautiful. Talk to me. Anybody else? Let's talk to me in the chat. Build schools in Africa. Yes, in Haiti. Juliana says buy more locally. Absolutely. Support local businesses. Guys, building schools in Africa and in Haiti and in Colombia are beautiful and all, but sometimes a small little gesture like buying coffee from a local vendor makes all the difference in the world, because you don't know. How many of you guys are business owners? Talk to me in the chat. Type in one if you're a business owner where you've looked at your store and you saw $0 in sales day after day after day. And then finally you get that sale and you're on the verge of giving up, but you get that one sale and you're like, okay, I can do this. Let's go. That's what you do for others when you buy from them. That's what you're able to do. You're able to give them that glimpse of hope. But if you don't have enough to pay your own bills, if you don't have enough to take care of your soul, to take care of your spirit, you can't do that for others, right? And so this is why it's so important. So after I worked with a money coach, because before I was a starving agent, I was going from door to door, knocking on doors, trying to teach people about finances, driving hours and hours all over South Florida to go sit down in people's people's homes to teach them about finances, but I wasn't making any money. And not to mention, my portfolio was a mess, okay? I would make money, lose money, make money. Any of you guys are traders in here? Any of you guys actually are investors or traders? Investors is long-term, traders is short-term. I'm going to say that one more time. Investors is long-term, traders is short-term, okay? So those of you who are investors and traders, how many of you guys will make a lot of money one month and then turn around and lose all of it the next month? Or make a lot of money in one day where you're like, I just made $2,000 and then turn around and lose it, right? That was me. I was yo-yoing my portfolio. Make a lot of money, lose a lot of money. Make a lot of money, lose a lot of money. And I was like, enough is enough. What is going on? Why does everyone else have this figured out except me? Everyone else knows what they're doing. Everyone else, even some of the people I'm teaching, some of my students, when I first started doing this, right? One of my students grew his portfolio from 50K to 250K. He was making more money than me. My own student was making more money than me. And I'm like, Kat, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? So I hired a money coach. And we talked about the feminine aspect of money. We talked about where did my relationship with money come from? Well, what happened with me was that my parents were not poor in Haiti. Actually, we were part of the elite. We were very privileged in Haiti. And because of that, we were targeted. My life was in danger constantly. I have witnessed my dad try to, I don't even want to get too graphic, but I've witnessed some things as a child because I had more than enough. And so guess what, guys? Guess what? Let's have an intimate conversation. Guess what happened to me? I registered in my subconscious that it was not safe to have too much money. Because when I was a child, I witnessed that my parents were privileged, and because of that, their lives were in danger. And so every single time that I was about to make more money than I needed, every single time that I was on the verge of cracking that six figures, cracking that multiple six figures, I would turn around and sabotage it and do something crazy to sabotage it because I didn't feel safe having too much money. Guys, this is what some of you guys are going through and you don't even know it. It wasn't because I started working with a money coach that I was able to recognize this pattern in my life and do the necessary steps to reverse it. And because of that, in what was it, October 2020, I kid you not, I will always remember this day. October 2020, I made a decision that I was going to build not only a six-figure portfolio, forget that, that's separate, right? A six-figure portfolio, but I was going to build a six-figure business. And I said that I was going to make 250K. Guess what, guys? I should have screenshotted my sales. That's one thing I forgot to do. I'll do that the next time I do this, right? Guess what? How much money I made in 2021, the very next year, okay? The very next year, I made $350,000 in my business alone because I recognized my patterns. I recognized where the issue was, and I did the necessary steps to reverse it, and I allowed myself to receive the abundance that I am worthy of. And I'm just getting started, guys. I'm constantly working on myself. Those of you who work with me, you guys know this. I still have coaches. I still work with people, right? I pay a lot of money for them, and some of them are not accessible to you. And that's okay, because I learn from them and I turn around and I teach to you because I care enough about you, because I used to be you, because I'm in this journey with you. Type in a 3 if you're with me. Type in a 3 if you understand. So when you guys see me traveling the world, let's go back to the PowerPoint here, okay? Oh, did it start over? Okay. Right? When you guys see me traveling the world, right? And there we go, right? All these pictures here, me in Chicago, me in Lima, Peru, me in Mexico City, and right, going to the desert, meeting people all over the world, right? Looking for investment. It came with the feminine work. It came with the spiritual work. It came with the purifying my soul. It came with the healing, all of the childhood trauma that I went to, releasing all of the things that I needed to forgive myself for. Right? How many times you beat yourself up? Oh my God, how many of you guys, I know my Haitians in here, right? X, Y, and Z. That's like spraying alcohol on a plant. You see that plant behind me? If I spray alcohol on it, it's going to die. So when you judge yourself and you don't forgive yourself and you continuously punish yourself for past mistakes, that's like spraying alcohol on a plant. You want to spray water. You want to nourish the plant and say, yes, I didn't know any better, but now I do. Yes, I made that mistake, but I forgive myself. If you're in front of a mirror, or if you're next to a mirror, or if you have your phone next to you, I challenge you, right? Go ahead and take a look at yourself in the mirror. I have my phone here, and say, I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you. And I thank you. Do this every single day. Speak to you. Tell yourself the things that you need to hear in order to heal. Picture yourself as a child. Tell your childhood self all the things that your childhood self needed to hear in order to feel safe, in order to feel happy, in order to heal. Type in a 5 if you're with me, guys. This is the work that's going to help you make multiple 6 figures. Trust me, guys, I was there. I was the starving agent where I was living from client to client to client, where I was desperate for a sale, where I was sitting there, just ashamed. I was riding the bus when I first started doing this. And I had to pretend that my car was parked somewhere else because I was so ashamed that I couldn't even afford a car to go see my clients, guys. That I was in this with you. And it wasn't until I understood my mindset, where did my behaviors come from, that I was able to shift it. And now I travel all over the world. Now I have a multiple 6-figure portfolio, almost. Actually, listen, after this market crash, by the way, buy low, sell high. You guys have heard me say this, buy low, sell high. When this market crash happens and everything goes back up, I'm hitting 7 figures. It's already done. It's already done. Okay. And so with that, for me, going from riding the bus to go see clients to now traveling the world and teaching people from all over the world how to invest within a period of about a year and a half. I made that decision in October 2020. Okay. So we are now in 2022. A year and a half it took me to turn my entire life around. Guys, you can do this. Some of you guys are not riding the bus. You're not starting as low as I was. Imagine what you can do. You can do better than me because I started low. I was low, riding the bus low. Most of you guys on here are not riding the bus. Most of you guys here are not living client from to client. Most of you guys here are not sleeping on a friend's couch. Most of you guys are not in my situation a year and a half ago, or well, two and a half years ago, or whatever. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. It was so long ago, but it was really not so long ago. Okay. All right. So bear with me here. Let's see how are we doing on time. Okay. I spoke a lot. Okay. So this masterclass, right? In this masterclass, those of you who have the workbook, we already did this last time we did the masterclass. You already know you start with the vision, but this masterclass here is for you if you're stuck in your mediocrity. Okay. If you're making just enough. Okay, but you don't understand how to make more. How many of you guys here, type in a 7 if this is you, where you're fine, your bills are paid, you're not riding the bus like Kat was, you're not sleeping on friends' couches like Kat was, but you know that there's more out there. You just don't know where to start. You just don't know how to do it. What do I need to do to make more money? How can I make more money? Can I make more money? Am I even worthy of more money? Should I just be satisfied with what I have right now? Type in a 7 if this is you, right? Okay. If you want to demystify and understanding the stock market, how many of you guys are like, okay, Kat, I have enough. I actually have enough to be able to, I'm over here sweating. Maybe sitting outside was not the best idea, huh? But anyways, you get to see all of it. This is real Kat here. This video's not edited. I don't have any like fancy lighting or nothing. This is real, okay? All right. So anyways, if you want to demystify the stock market, you're like, Kat, I have money. I have money to be able to invest. I just don't know what to do with it. It's sitting in my bank. Type in an 8 if this is you. It's sitting in my bank, and I know that it's not making money in my bank, and I know there's other ways to grow it, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what S&P 500 means. I don't know what the Dow Jones means. I look at a chart and I just see a heart monitor. I don't know what any of those lines mean. I don't know what a brokerage account is. I don't know if I should be using Robinhood or if I should be using Fidelity. I know we're supposed to buy low, sell high, but what exactly is low? What exactly is high? How do I know when to buy? How do I know when to sell? Type in an 8 if this is you, okay? This masterclass is also for you, okay? Now, let's get deep into it. The first question every investor must ask themselves is why. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. The first question every investor must ask themselves. How many of you guys tell me, Kat, oh my gosh, this is a rhetorical question. In my DMs, I could show you all the DMs. Kat, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to get started. It's like a broken record. I don't know where to get started. Well, I'm telling you how to get started. You ready? How do you get started? Step number 1, write this in your notes. Why? What is my big vision? What do I want? Why do I want to invest? Because there are millions of ways to make money out there, especially in this new world. Listen, I'm here in my little laptop here. I'm in a whole nother country. All right. And I'm about to go to a whole nother country in July, another country in August. All I need is internet. And I'm able to make my multiple 6 figures. Okay. All right. And so in this new world, there are many, 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 many ways to make money, but you chose the stock market. Why? What do you want the stock market to do for you? What do you want your portfolio to do for you? What do you want the income that you want? Oh, am I slowing down here? Oh, I think my computer is too hot. Okay, I think I need to move inside. Okay, that's probably okay. Low system resources. Yeah, okay. I'll put it here where it's shaded. It's more shaded. Yeah, the computer's getting hot outside. Probably not the best idea. Sorry, guys. Okay. So what is your big vision? Why? Okay. So I'd like everyone to please go ahead and close your eyes for a second. I'm gonna move inside. Okay. I'd like for you to close your eyes for a second. Everybody close your eyes, sit up straight. Okay. Right? Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Imagine 2 giant wings in your back. 2 giant wings in your back. And as you take a deep breath in, the wings expand. And as you take a deep breath out, the wings expand even more. And I'd like for you to look at yourself in a mirror. Okay, it could be a pretend mirror, it doesn't have to be a real mirror. Pretend that there's a mirror and listen to your heart. What does your heart say to you? What is your vision? Because sometimes we spend so much time in the mind that we forget to listen to the heart. What is it that you want? Is your family the family that you want? Is the relationship you have with your family the relationship that you want? Is the career that you have, is it fulfilling? Is it passionate? Are you excited to wake up and work every day? Or do you dread waking up? Or do you find yourself in a foul mood every time you go to work? What about your bank account? Does your bank account look the way that you want it to? Is money ever flowing? Is there constant deposits coming from multiple channels? Or is it a stretch? Or are you afraid to even look at your bank account because you're afraid that there's not enough? What about your spiritual life? Do you have a connection with your creator? Whoever you believe in, do you have a connection with that creator? What about your spirit? Do you have a connection with your spirit? What do you want? What is lacking? What about your friendships? Do you have friends that are supportive, that are uplifting you, where you feel safe, exchanging ideas, getting advice, expressing your deepest, darkest secrets? Or are your friends just a good time? Or maybe they don't understand you. These are all the areas of your lives that matter and more. What is it that you want? What do you want? And listen to your heart. You guys can open your eyes whenever you're ready, okay? And write down all of the things that you want. Sometimes we are so used to not getting what we want. We are so used to settling. We are so used to getting a fraction of what we want, but it's okay that we forget what we really want. We forget what it's like to listen to our hearts. We forget what it's like to operate from our hearts. And so maybe it's easier for you, as the workbook states, right? Let me see if I have the workbook handy for you guys. As the workbook suggests, start with what you don't want. What don't you want? Okay, maybe that's easier for you. It's okay if you don't know what you want, but what is it that you don't want? Okay, all right. It's 11:35. We're good. Usually I keep you guys for an hour and you guys stay. So you spoiled me. Okay, now I'm going to go over the 30 minutes. Okay, so what is it that you do not want? What don't you want? Maybe it's easier. Maybe that little meditation that I just did with you clarified a lot of things that you do want. So go ahead and write those down in your workbook. What are some things you do want? Who wants to share? Go ahead and share in the chat, or whoever wants to raise your hand. Okay, share in chat or raise your hand. Anybody want to share? Let's see in the chat. Anybody want to share? What are some things you do want? Was that meditation helpful, guys? Did that kind of clarify some things for you? Some things that are missing? Type in a 1 if that meditation was helpful. Type in a 0 if you're like, I don't meditate. I don't know what you're talking about. I just need to know how to read a chart. That's not what I came here for. It's okay. If that's not what you came here for, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But just know you're always going to get more than what you signed up for when you work with me. That's for sure. What are some of your answers? Yes, new experience. Beautiful. Okay, awesome, awesome. What are some things you guys want? What are some things you guys want? What do you want? What do you want? Every time I say that, I always remember Notebook, the Notebook, where the main character is, what do you want? And it's like raining. What do you want? I always remember that. Okay, take care of your parents. Oof, I felt that one. Yes. How many of you guys agree with this? Type in a 2 if this hit home for you, to be able to take care of your parents. So many of our parents, they were not given this type of education. They don't know, they don't even know about retirement. They don't know what a 401k is. They don't know about investing. They just know susu, sol, and eso. That's all they know, right? And so we got to step in and be the hero and take care of them. Absolutely. Jerusha says she wants to provide abundantly for myself, my children, and my parents. Tanisha says, I want to be more comfortable financially. What does that look like? I challenge you to go deeper, Tanisha. What does comfortable mean to you? Right? Let's be specific. The more specific you are, right, the easier it is for you to receive it, right? When you're speaking to your higher power, whether that's the universe, whether that's God, whether that's Jesus, whether that's Allah, whether that's Oludumare, whether that's Bon Dieu, it doesn't matter, right? Whoever your higher power is, they want to see you win. They want to see you succeed. And so what is it that you truly want? Listen to your heart. Okay. All right. I forgot in the meditation, I forgot to talk about health, right? Don't neglect your health. Health is wealth. I'm going to repeat that. Health is wealth. So you want to also take care of your body, right? Okay. To prepare for a good retirement. There you go. What does a good retirement look like, right? Leave an inheritance to be financially dependent. Yes, Zeus. Milagro says more time to travel, time to take care of my parents, a successful business, peace and health. Ashe, yes, I love that. Yes, beautiful. Strong and possible, as strong as possible retirement. Okay, Val, I'll challenge you to be detailed. How do you want to feel at retirement? What are the luxuries you want to have at your fingertips? What do you want to have access to at your retirement? Be detailed. Your higher power is listening. They're ready. They're taking notes. They're like, okay, we're here to take your order. Val, what is it that you want? Nadine, what do you want? Crandon, what is it that you want? Okay. You want to be able to travel every month with your wife? Okay, got it. You want to be able to bring you want your kids to have access to the best education? Got it. Okay. You want to have an extra X amount of money to be able to give back to your community? Okay, got it, right? It's taking the order. Pretend you're at a restaurant and you're ordering what it is that you want. Write these down, right? Okay, beautiful. Let's move on. Okay, now we want to know why. Why do you want to take care of your parents, Val? Why is that so important for you? And you want to go deep. Why? Who wants to go? I'd like, anybody want to volunteer to talk, to actually talk? Raise your hand on the Zoom. Let's see here. Who wants to go? Anybody want to raise your hand? Zeus raised his hand. Go ahead, Zeus. Oh, I think I gotta unmute you, right? 1 second. Okay. Allowed to talk. Go ahead, Zeus. Okay, so tell me about what you do want. Let's start with that. Go ahead.
So for me, personally, I do want like financial freedom, the ability to be able to buy my time and spend time with family, take care of my parents. Like you said, the reason why I want to be able to take care of my parents is because they sacrificed so much for me, and I feel like it's only right that I pay them back.
Right. Why is it important for you to pay them back?
Well, that's just a sign of my appreciation to them, and I think I owe them that. They've, like I said, they sacrificed everything that they could for me. So it's like when you borrow money from the bank, right? You gotta pay back with interest.
I
So
love
I
it. I
need
love it. Yes, I'm listening.
no. So that was where I stopped.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Why is it important for you to pay them back with interest? Why is that important for you?
Because I want to make them happy. It will make them happy. I know it will mean a lot to them that they can just relax and enjoy the later stage of their lives. That I know it will make them happy. So because it will make them happy, that's why I want to do it, and it will also make me happy as well. I will feel accomplished as a child.
Right. Now we're 4 layers deep. Why would that make you happy?
It will make me feel accomplished that I actually was able to take care of my parents, like
Yes.
financially.
Yes, we're 5 layers deep. Why would that make you feel accomplished?
Well, that's a that's a that's a good question.
Yes. Dig
Well,
deep.
again, culturally, it is something that we all do. We have, it is ingrained in us to take care of our parents.
Yes. Why is that ingrained in you to take care of your parents? Why? This is 7 layers.
It feels right, and I think it is the right thing to do.
It feels right. There you go. It feels right. It's in your heart because it's in your heart because it is a message from the divine. That's why. It is the right thing to do. Not because it's nice to give back, not because you have to, not because, you got to pay interest, not because any of that, but because it's the right thing to do, because it's from your heart. Does that make sense, everybody? Type in a 5 if that makes sense. You got to go deep. Why? Right? Okay, Zeus? I know it sounds like a circle, but that is the root. It's because it's from your heart. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for being brave. Anybody else? Anybody else? I saw Val had her hand up. Okay, let's move on. It's 45 already. Okay. So mute. All right. And speaker, I still see you, Zeus, but anyways. Hopefully it'll fix itself. All right. So after the why, you want to quantify your goal, right? How much is it going to cost for you to take care of your parents? What are the bills that your parents have? Do they have their own home? Do they need grocery money? Do they want to travel back and forth to Haiti? Because I know my grandma, she always says, "Menem nan paye m, s'il vous plaît. Mbana bagay pays blanc sa. M bezon al nan pays." So she loved going back and forth to Haiti, right? And so that might be your parents, right? So how much is that going to cost? How much is it going to cost for you to have your freedom? How much is it going to cost for you to be able to take your send your kids to the best schools? How much is it going to cost to be able to travel the world? How much is all that going to cost? All right. Hold on, guys. I still see Zeus here. I'm not sure how to. Okay, there you go. Okay, there. Now you guys can see me. Like, why do I keep seeing Zeus? Okay. All right, awesome, awesome. So you want to quantify your goals, okay? All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's keep going. All right, guys. So with that being said, I only have like maybe another 15 minutes. As you guys have the workbook, feel free to finish that on your own, all right? I'd like to share a video from one of my students and her experience with the program, right? As you guys know, I talk about the feminine and the masculine aspect of money. If you guys enjoyed that meditation, get ready for more, because this is what I do almost every class. We talk about strategy. We talk about how to read the charts. We talk about how to buy low, sell high. We talk about definitions. We talk about all of that, but we also incorporate the heart, the soul, the spirit, the body, taking care of the body, eating life, watching what we eat, moving our bodies every day, right? We put both of them together to give you a holistic experience of wealth building. So as you guys write down your whys, as you guys are filling out your workbook, I'd like for you guys to take a look at this video here. And let me share my screen. 1 second. All right.
Katiana, thank you so much for this course. This was an eye-opener for me. I came to this class to learn about options, trading options, but got so much more. I learned a lot about myself, my insecurities. I learned to recognize blockages that's keeping me from being successful. It's just so much that this class does for me that this class has. I don't know if anybody else is doing this, but it's wonderful what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't even know how to put into words what you've done for me. I'm going to keep working on myself. I'm going to keep working at it, but thank you for opening my eyes to what I wasn't seeing, helping me figure out that I can do it. I can do it, and I will do it. And I thank you for that.
Awesome, awesome. So Marie here, she is one of the students. All right, so let's stop sharing. So a little bit about Marie. She came to me and she had plenty of money to be able to invest, but she just didn't know where to get started. And so of course, we talked about definitions. We helped her open a brokerage account. We helped her pick her core holdings so that she can continue to buy those same stocks every single month. But she also had an idea to open up a group home for nursing. And she is in the process. She was scared. She didn't know where to start. And throughout some of the meditations that we did, some of the exercises that we did together, she was able to get out of her own way. And right now she's in the process of not only opening up a group home, but she's also going to be a consultant for other group homes. Guys, this is what your wealth building journey looks like when you remove all your blockages. Forget the portfolio. The portfolio is only one avenue of making money. There are millions of ways waiting for you. There's so much abundance all around you. Look around you. Look at the trees. Look at the sun. Look at the flowers. Look at the animals, the bees, the insects. They are abundant in nature. You are a part of nature, right? And so, of course, you are inherently abundant. There are multiple opportunities waiting for you to say yes. They're knocking on your door. They're waiting for you to say yes. And so when you work with me, it's not all about your portfolio, but it's about every other opportunity that's knocking on your door to make more money in your businesses, to make more money in your real estate, to make more money, of course, in the stock market. All right? Awesome, awesome. Any questions before I move on? Yes, sometimes we just don't know where to start. Absolutely. Any questions before I move on? All right. So those of you who are, I know some of you, this is your second time taking the course with me. Maybe you were scared the first time and you didn't know how to apply to work with me, but I want to invite you to apply to work with me. I just put it in the chat. Program.KatianaCarre.com. Go ahead and actually, let me make it a better link for you so that it's easier. Okay. Program.KatianaCarre.com. You're going to click on that link, okay? And then you're going to apply to work with me. Now, I don't work with everybody, okay? If you're not ready, you're not ready for a tremendous shift in your life, if you're not ready to 10x, 20x your portfolio, just like I did, right? To 20x, to go from starving agent, riding buses, sleeping on couches, to now traveling the world. If you're not ready for that type of shift, I'm so sorry, I cannot help you, right? But those of you who are ready, those of you who are saying, yes, there's more out there for me, those of you who are saying, I deserve better, I am worthy of more, I want to be able to give back, I want to have more than I need. Those of you who are ready for that, go ahead and click on the link. Go ahead and apply to work with me. And if you're ready to work with me, I will work something out for you. Don't worry about the prices. Oh, am I going to be able to afford it? I know Katiana is not cheap. I know this isn't that. Don't worry about all that, because I'm here to help you. Because I don't need to charge you. Technically, I don't need to charge you. I can go on my Thinkorswim right now and do a trade and make all the money that I need. The reason why I even charge you is to hold you accountable. Because when you pay attention. When something is free, you leave it sitting in your mailbox. I had 70 plus people sign up for this, and only 35 of you are here. There's another half of the people who signed up who said, yeah, I want to do this, but not really. I'm excited and I'm going to click register and I'm going to put all my information and everything, but I'm not going to show up because I'm not really ready. But you came because you are ready, right? And so if you're ready, don't worry about the prices. We will work something out. I have worked with people's budgets, and then I have worked with people who are in my program who are like, hey, Kat, you're so cheap. Like, you should be way more expensive. So I've seen all of it in the spectrum, all right? So don't let the price, don't let the oh, I don't have time. That's another one. Oh, I don't have time and this and that. Well, you just don't have time to create the life that you want. That tells me that this life that you have right now is more important than the life that you actually want. And so you're going to make this life control the fact that you're not able to unlock the next life. And that's okay, because I used to be there. So I'm not here to judge you. There is no judgment in love. I'm not here to judge you. I just know that when you are ready, whether it's my class or someone else's class, you're going to apply, okay? So you don't have to work with me personally, but I challenge you to work with someone. I challenge you to understand your fears and understand your blockages and hire someone to help you overcome them, all right? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let me see. LinkedIn, come to see. Let me put it again. Okay, go ahead and click apply to work with me. Now, this is just day one. Day one was all about your mindset, right? We're going to review all about your mindset. We closed our eyes. We looked at our health, right? I didn't look at the health, actually. We're going to look at it now. What is your health looking like? Is the body that you want? Do you love this body that you're in? Do you feel that every part of your body is healthy, right? Do you radiate? Does your aura radiate? Do you walk with confidence and love the way that you look and feel when you go up the stairs? Are you energized? Or are there some places in your body that you're not too proud of, or that you're a little bit ashamed of, or that you want to cover, or maybe health reasons that you don't want to admit, health reasons that you're afraid to admit, right? We looked at your friendship. Are your friends nurturing? Do you have a group of friends that elevate you, that feed your soul, right? We also look at your spirituality. Do you have the relationship with your creator that you want? Or do you have, maybe you don't believe in anybody or anything, but how is your spirit? Is your spirit fed somehow? What feeds your spirit? Is it full? What about your family? Do you spend enough time with your family? Do you see them as often as you'd like, right? We looked at your money. Are you afraid to look at your bank account? Are you proud of what you see? Because your bank account is a direct reflection of your standards. I'm going to repeat that. Your body, your health, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your spirit, with your soul, your relationship with your money is a direct reflection of your standards. If you're saying your standards are this high, but your bank account is not matching it, there's a disconnect, there's a blockage. If your standards for your relationship with your family is this high, but the reality is this low, there's a blockage, there's a disconnect. If your standard for your body is this high, but the body that you're looking at does not match the standard, there is a disconnect, there is a blockage, right? We looked at your work, your career. Sorry, I was looking down at my notes. Don't mind me. I don't remember all of this in my head, okay? All right. So your work and your career. Do you enjoy your career? Right? Do you wake up and feel extravagant? When I come and teach these classes, I'm excited. I'm like, oh, what am I going to wear? I'm going to wear my nice little jacket. I'm going to sit outside and I'm going to wear my earrings and I can't wait. I love doing this. Is that how you feel? Okay, beautiful. All right, let me put the link one more time. Here's the link, guys. Go ahead and apply. Any questions, guys? And I'm going to let you go. Any questions? Zeus says, I need to get my wife to attend. Maybe if she heard from you directly, she may be willing to listen. My approach may be too direct for her. Okay, yes. That's why I teach women. Even though I teach women, all right, that's it right there, by the way. That's why I teach women, because they usually drag their husbands and their sons and their daughters and everything, right? One of my students, Joanne, she dragged her daughter, she dragged her son, she even gave them money to invest, and they have their investment portfolios, all of that. That's why I love teaching women. But sometimes I have men who come in my classes and they're the ones dragging the wives. So it is what it is. I teach my community. I teach families, right? Awesome, awesome, beautiful. Okay, am I sending it? Oh, Miss Ami, this whole time I've been sending it to somebody directly. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Any questions? Sorry, guys. I was sending it to someone. You know how sometimes, you guys know how Zoom is. Any questions? Any questions, comments? That's pretty much it for day one. Day two, we're going to talk about more definitions. What is the stock market? What is a stock, right? What is an index, right? What is the core holding? That's more of the masculine part, right? Today was more of the feminine, the soul, the emotions, the nurturing, the creativity, right? All of that. That's what today was. And then on the third day, we're going to talk about compound interest, all right? So as you guys know, that's your favorite part. Last time I did this, there was a lot of questions on compound interest. So I'm going to dedicate a whole day to compound interest. All right. And then we're going to have a bonus day on Friday where you get to ask me questions, where you can get some free coaching for me live. Okay. Any questions before I let you go? Sorry about the link, guys. I was sitting here sending it to someone. That one person who got it was probably like, Kat, why you keep sending me this link? Okay. So sorry about that. Here's the link again. Apply to work with me. I do work with your budget. I want to see you win. Why? Why do you care? I remember somebody told me their son was watching one of my videos and her son was like, Kat, why is she so mad that we're not rich? Well, I want you to do good, because guess what? My future children are going to be in the world that your children leave behind. My future children are going to be in the world that your children leave behind. And so if I'm able to help you and you're able to help your children, now we have advanced the entire community. And now we have created a safer space for people to thrive instead of survive. I want to see you thrive instead of surviving. We've survived enough. Your parents made all those sacrifices. They scrubbed toilets and did jobs, that nobody else wanted to do just so you could thrive. And so make them proud by thriving. I know you're surviving. I know you have enough to pay your bills. I know it's enough right now, but you deserve more. You are worthy of more. Your creator has so much more for you. Listen to your heart. Get out of here. This is the ego. The ego's going to tell you it's confusing. The ego's going to tell you one day, the ego's going to tell you, that's for them over there. That's not for you. Your ego's going to tell you, yeah, but not right now. Your ego's going to tell you all that. But your heart's going to tell you, I deserve this. It feels right. It is my purpose. I am aligned. I am fulfilled. That's what your heart is going to tell you. All right. All right, guys, I've talked your ears off. See you guys tomorrow, same time. We're going to talk more about the masculine. All right, guys, have a good day. And don't forget, let me put the link one more time. Go ahead and click on the link, apply to work with me. Don't let money, time, whatever other excuse, don't let that stop you, because that's all here. That's the ego speaking to you. Listen to your heart. Maybe I'm not the right person to work with you. Maybe it just won't work out, but I will definitely direct you in the right direction. I will put you with someone that can help you. Maybe someone who's a little bit cheaper if it's a money issue, or maybe it's a time issue. I can work around your schedule. Okay. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Juliana. You're welcome, Joanne. You're welcome, everybody. Bye-bye. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Same time. Bye-bye.